I'm Kevin Harnett in Kitchen Studio at Bourbon Barrel Foods for Secrets of Louisville Chefs, and this time we welcome the head chef from one of Louisville's favorite restaurants. It's Buck's in Old Louisville, known as one of the most romantic dining rooms in town, and the food, it's at the top of the charts too.
We won't come to a boil if we stare at it.
Another secret revealed, it's true.
Chef Andrew Welenken will share the secrets to some of the most popular dishes on the menu coming up.
Is there a secret stir?
Put the glass down. Those other cooking shows don't have fun like this.
Plus, Tim Laird has a chocolatey cocktail that you'll go nuts over.
We got a winner.
He'll share the secrets to making one yourself.
The beat goes on. Let's go.
It's Secrets of Louisville Chefs before a live studio audience, and it starts right now. In the kitchen today, we're lucky to have the head chef from Buck's, which has been a standout on the Louisville restaurant scene for many years. The restaurant is nested away in the corner of Old Louisville with a beautiful and bountiful bar. The white tablecloth dining room is quaint and filled with the sounds of Louisville's Rick Bartlett on the piano. And the chef, well, he's full of great recipes for some of the River City's favorite food. Andrew Welenken's his name. He's going to join us to share some good cooking secrets coming up. But first, let me introduce to you my co-host, America's Chief Entertaining Officer, Tim Laird.
Hello, Kevin.
Timmy.
Oh. How exciting. Look at this.
Oh, listen, I'm just going to ask him a question. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Are you thirsty? Yeah. You've got a great cocktail coming up.
I do. I have a great cocktail. It's a lot of fun. You're going to love it. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited because we have the chef from Buck's. Andrew is incredible. So what do you say we get him out here? And
I'm stepping out of the way.
All right, Kevin, thanks. All right, everybody. It's a great day to be in Kitchen Studio because we have none other than the incredible chef from Buck's. Chef Andrew, come on out. How are you, man? I'll tell you, Buck's is such a great, it really is an icon of Louisville. I mean, It's been there for many years, and it continues to evolve, keeping it fresh, keeping it exciting. Just a great place, Chef.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We work hard. That's the thing about Buck's and many restaurants around Louisville is they put their heart into it, and you really see that through the longevity of the restaurants and the menus. I mean, it's awesome.
Tell us what you're going to start with. What are we going to cook up, Chef?
Our first course is going to be a beet and goat cheese bisque.
All right, Chef. I guess the beat goes on. Let's go.
Let's get going.
Sorry.
All right. So first, start off with our pot. Get about medium-high heat. I like to cook with a combination a lot with oil and butter. This butter doesn't have that smoke point, so oil gets your smoke point a little higher.
So you get smoke point and flavor going on.
Right.
All right.
So we're gonna add our onions and celery.
Our aromatics.
Yeah, just good.
What do chefs say? I guess they are. They're aromatics.
Well, they smell good, I guess, right? Hey, we got this going. Just got just a little sweating on it. We're not trying to get any caramelization. You just want a light saute of it. So now we're gonna hit it with some port wine. You can use red wine, port wine. This has a little bit more flavor, a little more boldness to it. So.
Yeah, and I like that port because when it cooks down and burns off a little bit of that alcohol, it's really has some nice flavors left over.
Right. So we're basically,
bit.
and we're gonna throw these beets in there now because we want them soft as could be, really, so we can puree them. And this is gonna just add another heat element to them. And we're gonna get that, soak up all that port wine, really infuse them.
And Chef, those look absolutely fabulous.
So we got them in, we're sauteing, we're absorbing. We're gonna add our stock now. I like to heat my stock up because when you add cold to something, it's just gonna take, you're just stopping the cooking process.
Then you have to get it back up to temperature. That's a great secret right there. So always warm your stock up before adding it, or keep all warm ingredients warm.
Soups, yeah, pretty much. Except really the only thing is you can add cream to it. Like I try to keep it at room temp.
Okay.
So we're gonna season it. We gotta season it. Kosher salt. Really don't want to use iodized salt. Add I always say, people always ask, what's the secret of cooking? What's the home cook? What are you going to do to be better? Kosher salt and pepper. So we have some bay leaves and thyme. We're just going to throw that in there. Keep an eye on the bay leaves because you don't want to pull them out. White pepper.
And that's the white pepper, which has a different flavor than black pepper. I think a lot of people don't realize
Yeah.
that, but it's a whole different heat type.
Plus, it's white, and our soup's going to be kind of a reddish when it ends, so we don't want black specks.
Right. It'll look very nice.
Yeah. Now you can't stare at it.
Oh,
You have to turn our backs. It won't come to a boil if we stare at
That
it.
will turn into a cartoon. We're going to get in that pot here in a minute.
Another secret revealed right here. It's true.
We're gonna add our honey now.
Now
since it comes to a
that's
boil.
interesting to have honey in with all these, because honey and goat cheese together is a wonderful complement.
Yeah, honey, beets, goat cheese.
And this is the exacting measuring that we do.
I think to get
You know,
this, we're going to have to go to Bucks.
All those other shows, they get out the little measuring cups, and you got to put a 3/4 of this in, and no, just throw it in there. It looks good. That's the way to do it, isn't it, Chef? That's how I do it at home.
The only thing I use a measuring cup is for rice.
Oh, yeah.
That's because you got to get the ratio right.
If you don't get the ratio right on rice, it can be sticky.
This is a roux. It's flour and butter, pretty
Oh, yeah.
much. It's a thickening agent. You can use any fat you want, vegetable oil, margarine. Butter's the best flavor, obviously. You just equal parts flour and the fat. You cook it on a low heat, 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes, constantly stirring. And this is a blonde roux. There's 3 different stages. At the restaurant, we use a blonde roux because it's less. It doesn't overwhelm the flavor, the food.
Sure.
So you can see it's so much thicker. That's perfect. So I don't have to add any more roux. I have some heavy cream here. Use the heavy. We're gonna add
About that much.
a whole quart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Stir that in.
It's changing it over to another beautiful color that's a little brighter red now.
It's our special occasion soup. Nice tool to have at home.
Little boat motor here. I think we can.
What do we need?
Goat cheese.
Oh, the goat cheese.
Here, I got it.
No, it's right here, Kevin.
So if you want to just
Well, I've got some
That's
too.
actually- Oh, look at you.
so
Stay away from the kitchen, Kevin.
I've been wondering the whole show what that
Professionals.
was on that plate.
secret to soups and adding cheeses to soup sauces, etc. You want to bring it to a boil, then turn it off. As soon as you add that cheese, turn it off. It'll get gritty, and you can scorch it and make it burn. But the main thing is the cheese will get gritty, and it's just a bad texture on your tongue.
Now look at that color. It's magical.
Yeah.
You just wave this little wand around. And
Can you all see that? Yeah.
You don't feel any more beets. It's done.
That's fun. All inspired just by the color. How do we get something pink? Well, let's start with a beet.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Go from there. Beautiful.
So with that, you can make designs. I'm not very articulate, so
But that's where you could do the heart
yeah.
if you wanted, or just.
Yeah, I'm not good at doing designs, so
No, actually that looks pretty good, Chef.
Here we
I
go.
think maybe a career in art too.
There it is.
There it is. Beautiful.
Lucky guys.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. We're not finished. Chef Andrew Welenken has more secrets to share coming up, and a lucky studio audience member is going to have a chance to take a taste of the soup. And if you like a chocolate, you're going to like Tim's cocktail coming up. All of that and more on Secrets of Louisville Chefs when we come back.
It's so good, Chef. I'm telling you.
Hi, everybody. And welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Foods and Kitchen Studio. I'm Kevin Harnett. You've been watching the wonderful work of Andrew Welenken from Bucks, and made my way out into the audience. Y'all having fun?
Yes.
This is a lot of fun, and really we're getting to the part where it gets even more fun because it's the true judgment of Andrew's work. And Neil is here, foodie in town. You like to go to local restaurants?
Sure do. My wife and I go all the time.
Well, and you can't really beat Bucks. I want you to go ahead and take a taste of this beet soup that he's made. A beautiful color, a little creme fraiche on top, has a little texture to it. Put the goat cheese in, and yeah?
Man, that's delicious. Outstanding. I've never eaten healthy before. I may have to start doing that.
It's a new way. And you think you might take the lovely wife to Bucks and say, hey, maybe a little special soup?
She's already told us we're going. So.
Yeah, well then it's set. Well, we're Neil, thank you.
Thank
We
you
appreciate
very much.
that. The rest of the audience, by the way, always has a chance to take a taste at the end of the show. One thing that we always enjoy as well is learning the secrets from our very own Tim Laird. And Tim?
This is a fun recipe, and it's what I call the nutty bourbon ball. It's like those candies you've seen, which are
kidding me?
delicious.
Yes.
But we're taking that to a whole nother level right now. So I'm going to start out with my shaker ice. I'm going to put in about 2 ounces of Woodford Reserve bourbon. That's the bourbon portion of the nutty bourbon ball. Of course, I'm making 2 of these, so I know that looks like a lot. It's kind of like what Chef was doing with the cream bottle, but anyway. And then put about an ounce of chocolate liqueur or cream de cocoa, dark. That goes in, kind of like that. Now, here's where that nutty flavor comes in. And I found this one. It's Rivulet, and it is a pecan liqueur. So I'll tell you what, I tasted it, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so much
You
the
can smell
flavor
it.
of the pecan. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
incredible. So this is going to be my go-to when I make the bourbon ball liquids cocktails. This is it. So I'm going to put about an ounce or so of the Rivulet. That goes in. And again, that pecan flavor,
Wow.
it is really nice. I'm going to give this a good shake up, Kevin. And this is one, you could serve it over the rocks. You could actually take these martini glasses. I could put a little chocolate in there I want, or a little caramel, kind of decorate those. But I just want it as is. So anyway, let's see how we did. That goes in.
You're not going to remember this, Tim, or maybe you will, but probably about 15 years ago when we first met,
I remember this distinctly.
you
the
were
first
at Churchill
cocktail.
Downs, and
Yep.
you made a similar cocktail with a bourbon ball in it, and immediately I said, that is the best drink I've ever had.
And you know what? It's amazing because when I do bourbon tastings, people will come up to me and go, you know what? I really don't like the bourbons, but I really love those candies.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, if I can make a drink that tastes like the bourbon ball candy, we got a winner.
You did.
So let's check this out with the Rivulet pecan. Wow. I'll tell you what. How good is that?
Oh, are you kidding me? You're probably not going to want that one either, are ya? Wow, oh man, it tastes just like a bourbon ball.
It's like just having that candy, but the pecan comes through really nicely. I didn't cover up the Woodford Reserve.
No.
That's still there.
That-
And just a little bit of chocolate. This is a great cocktail. Anyway,
That's a good gig you have, Tim.
It is. But speaking of gigs, I better get back to our show. So anyway, Chef Andrew here, ready for our second dish. What are you going to show us, Chef?
This is our
Yes.
It's our pork chop.
Okay.
It has stuffed with smoked Gouda cheese. Has a maple bourbon glaze on it, and sweet potato mousse.
All right.
So we have our sweet potatoes.
Got those done. All right.
We boiled them, peeled them, boiled them. Now they're soft. We're making our glaze real quick. We'll just throw just a little bourbon.
Add away. That's
Yeah.
always good. When in doubt, add bourbon.
It always works.
And you know what? Your pours are a lot like cocktail pours.
Right.
Chef.
Here we got some maple syrup.
Nice. And maple and bourbon is just a nice combination. It's just perfect.
We're going equal parts pretty much here.
Okay, 1 to 1.
Just gonna bring it to a simmer. It's all good. We got our grill preheating. We have our
Look at those chops.
bone-in 14-ounce pork chops.
Nice. Look at those.
Yeah, the bigger the better. What I do, I just take my knife, and as soon as it hits the cutting board, it's not going through all the way. It might put a little hole there, but that ensures me that I'm getting a full pocket in there. I'll take some smoked Gouda. The smoked Gouda, the smokiness, the creaminess, just adds a great element to this dish.
What a great idea.
That's excellent.
I like to put 2 or 3 cubes in there and kind of flatten out my chop a little bit.
Anybody can do that at home on the grill.
You got
It's
it.
so easy to make the pork chop so much better.
Yeah, takes it to a whole nother level.
So, got salt. This is a big pork chop.
It's a big chop, so
Any-
don't get
any-
scared about how much you're going to put on there, right?
Anything big like this, steak, pork chop, fish, seasoned pretty heavily.
And I've also learned too, Chef, that you don't have to worry about over seasoning with the salt and pepper when it's going onto the grill, because a lot of it will cook off and stay on the grill. So that's why you're okay to put a lot more in
Where'd
there.
you learn that at?
Watching professionals like you.
Well, I mean, you got to be a little sensitive. All right, we got our pork chop seasoned, and we're not worried about the salt.
No. No.
I'm just kidding.
No, no.
I never heard that, but no, I mean, it does kind of.
I learned that from watching the show called Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
No.
Somebody
Check.
named
I'll have to check
Julia.
that. So we're just gonna put that right on our hot spot.
And that's the thing, you want that grill hot.
That's exactly what I want to see it. We got back to our syrup, our maple syrup. We're just gonna pour a generous amount of that in there.
And maple syrup, sweet potatoes, wow. Nice combination going on.
And we're going with a little spice.
Okay.
We got cayenne pepper here. Just gives a nice little bite at the end.
Little heat just
Yeah.
going on.
Just
All
that,
right.
that back, just like your cocktail, just the finished note of it, right? Cinnamon. Cinnamon's strong, so you ought
Got to be careful.
to, yeah. And heavy cream.
Of course.
You gotta have the cream.
Got to have the cream. Oh.
Always start off with a little. You can always add more.
Add more.
You don't want it too watery, or you want to keep that creaminess to it. Hey, all right. You want to turn the pork chop corner?
Yes, sir.
Make sure
Look
you
at
got it
that.
on
Well, I can smell that bourbon over there. That is delicious.
there. No, just there we go. I like to. I do the
2 and 10.
and then then I flip. So if I flip it, I always forget which side I did. So
Oh, okay.
I
So
just do that. The two sides first.
2 and 10.
If you have too many of your drinks, you'll forget which way you put the crosses on, and then
What time is it? I don't know. 2 or 10. It's 5 o'clock here.
so our pork chop we're gonna throw in the oven because it's so thick.
I tell you what, while that's going in the oven, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to finish up the pork chop, plate it up. Somebody's going to have a chance to take a taste. You're watching Secrets of Louisville Chefs. We'll come right back. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm Kevin Harnett, alongside my good friend and co-host Tim Laird. We're with Andrew Welenken from Bucks, and we've started making this pork chop, which looks delicious.
Stuffed with smoked
Oh.
Gouda in there. Oh,
Can you
my
imagine
gosh.
how this is gonna
And how about
taste?
this mousse, potato mousse
And-
that we have going on?
Just when you think that's coming to, like a full plate, we still have the Brussels sprouts and the fingerling potatoes to go, so let's jump back to it.
I can't wait.
Me
All right,
either.
thanks, Kevin. All right, Andrew, we're going to finish her up here.
So our fingerling potatoes, these are par cooked. We any kind of potato, we use fingerlings. It's gonna make the cooking process so much quicker. I'll cook them 3/4 of the way.
Okay.
Just pull them off, strain them, put them in the fridge, let them cool. Cut them up the way you want to serve them. Just finish it real quick in a pan.
Awesome.
So
Another secret revealed.
Yeah, that's good.
And again, he had that hot pan, then the oil, then the par cooked fingerlings.
my Brussels sprouts, I did the same thing.
All right.
You don't want to put a whole Brussels sprout in your mouth. A little too big. So cut them in half. Throw them in there. We're just gonna leave them. Don't mess with them. It's another secret about cooking at home. Don't mess with your food too much.
You didn't mess with those, and look at the nice color you're getting on the
All right.
potatoes.
So a little butter.
Look at that. Wow.
Butter. And then I like to put a little honey in it.
Wow, look at that. No wonder you love those.
See what I mean? Here, I thought I was eating healthy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll have the Brussels sprouts.
Oh, and look at it. That butter adds a nice little coating on there. And also, when it darkens up like that, adds a little nutty flavor to it. Kind of that.
So that's done. Let that chill. Just gotta finish the chop. So this is very sweet, so it'll burn on the grill. We're just gonna baste it. a little bit. All around there.
Look at that.
Turn it over.
God, it's a good looking chop.
Guess we'll go over here and plate up. Take some mousse. This is good on, you know, do pork tenderloin at home, whatever you want. Take our, but it works well with pork.
And the star of the show, there it is. Wow. Boom. All right, Chef Andrew. Nice.
How about that? I think this is where you take a bow.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
fantastic.
You need
Yeah,
to.
there it is.
Chef Andrew, everybody. Buck's Restaurant.
Nicely done, Chef. Great.
Andrew, thank you. We appreciate you being in from Bucks. We appreciate our studio audience from being here. If you're looking for the recipes from Andrew or any of our other shows, you can find them online at New Local TV. For Tim Laird, I'm Kevin Harnett. A big thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for watching Secrets of Louisville Chefs. We'll see you next time.